Margaret did not lose her money because she was careless. She did not lose it because she clicked an obvious fake email. She lost it because the person on the phone sounded exactly like someone every senior has been trained to trust, her bank. By the time she realized the call was fake, the money she had spent years protecting was already leaving her account. Margaret was 72. She lived alone, watched every dollar, and waited for her Social Security deposit because that deposit was the line between calm and panic. That morning, her phone rang. On the screen, it showed the name of her bank. Not a strange number, her bank. So she answered. The man sounded calm, professional, and serious. He started the way a real fraud department might start. "Mrs. Ellis, this is the Fraud Prevention Department. We detected suspicious activity on your checking account." He said they had blocked 2 charges and needed to verify whether she authorized them. Then he mentioned Best Buy, Apple, an online order, and a pending electronic transfer for $28,600. That was emergency money. Medical money. Money her husband had told her not to touch unless something serious happened. She said, "No, I did not make those purchases." He said, "That is exactly why we called you. We can still stop the transfer if we act quickly." That sentence made Margaret feel like he was standing between her and losing everything. Then he verified her name, address, email, phone number, and the bank she used. Then he said, "I can also see your Social Security deposit usually comes in at the beginning of the month, correct?" Margaret's doubts started to disappear. This felt like someone looking at her actual bank record. The scammer did not need to sound like a criminal. He only needed enough real information to stop her questions. The man told Margaret not to hang up. He said if she disconnected, the transfer might go through. Then he said they were sending a verification code. "This confirms that I am speaking to the account holder." Margaret had received verification codes before. Everybody sends codes now. So when the text appeared, she saw it as proof that the bank was protecting her. The man said, "Please read that 6-digit code back to me so we can stop the transfer." She read it. Then he sent a secure link and told her not to use the bank app because the account might still be compromised. The page looked like her bank. Same colors, same logo, same login box. She typed in her username, password, and another code. The man stayed calm. "You are doing the right thing, Mrs. Ellis. We are almost done." A scam like this does not feel like theft while it is happening. It feels like an emergency procedure. A few minutes later, the call ended. The man said the transfer had been blocked, told her not to call the branch, and said confirmation would come later. Margaret believed him. Then something bothered her. Why did he tell her not to call the branch? Why did he need the code? Why did the link open outside the bank app? So she called the number printed on the back of her debit card. This time, she reached the real bank. And then Margaret heard the words no senior wants to hear. "Ma'am, we did not call you." There was no fraud case, no blocked charges, no transfer they were stopping. But there were new transfers, login changes, and money already moved. The person who called Margaret had not been stopping the theft. He had been walking her through it. The frightening part was how much he knew before she ever picked up her bank, address, phone number, email, and Social Security timing. This scam does not always look like a scam. Sometimes it looks like your bank, sounds like your bank, uses your real information, and claims it is protecting you while opening the door. By the end, you will know why the code is the trap, why caller ID can lie, and the rule that can stop the scam before your account is emptied. The first thing you need to understand is this. This scam does not begin by stealing your money. It begins by pretending to protect it. The caller does not say, "Send me $20,000. The caller says, "We are trying to stop someone from stealing $20,000. That difference changes everything. When a senior hears that their bank account may be compromised, the mind starts calculating loss. What if the rent does not clear? What if the prescription payment fails? What if the Social Security check is gone? Scammers understand that fear. They know which words create pressure: suspicious activity, pending transfer, account compromised, fraud department, security hold, verification required. Those words sound official. They sound like words a real bank would use. And because seniors have been told for years to take bank security seriously, many follow the caller's instructions before they stop to question the call. That is the trap. The scammer makes the victim feel like obedience is safety. Do not hang up. Do not call the branch. Do not tell anyone yet. Stay on the line. Act quickly. Those instructions are not meant to protect the account. They are meant to isolate the senior. Because the moment Margaret called the real number on the back of her card, the lie collapsed. Many seniors live on a fixed income. They are thinking about groceries, medication, utilities, and the cushion they work to protect. So when someone says your account is being drained right now, it feels like survival. The scammer only needs one panicked moment, one code read out loud, one link clicked, one password typed into the wrong page. Anyone can say, "I would never fall for that," when nothing is happening. But when the phone screen shows your bank, the caller knows your name, the voice sounds professional, and they say your money is being moved right now. It feels different. That is the environment the scammer creates. A fake emergency, a fake authority, a fake solution, and a real loss. So how did the caller know Margaret's bank, address, email, and social security timing? Most seniors think a scammer sounds fake because the scammer knows nothing about them. But that is not how these calls work anymore. The caller may already know your full name, address, phone number, email, bank name, old addresses, relatives, usernames, or parts of old passwords. That information can come from old data breaches, websites where you once created an account, companies that collect and sell personal data, public records, leaked email databases, and people search websites. Margaret did not hand a criminal her whole life story. But enough pieces were already out there for a scammer to build a believable script around her. The scammer does not need every detail. He only needs enough detail to create trust. If he knows your bank, you lower your guard. If he knows your address, you lower it again. If he knows you receive Social Security, the fear becomes personal. And if caller ID shows the bank's name, many seniors stop questioning the call completely. But caller ID is not proof. A number can be spoofed. A bank name can appear on the screen even when the call is not coming from the bank. That is why one of the most dangerous sentences a senior can say is, "But the number looked real." Looking real is the scam. Sounding real is the scam. Knowing your information is the scam. Newer tools, including artificial intelligence, can make this easier. Scam messages can be cleaner, the grammar can be better, the voice can sound more professional, the old warning signs are not enough. You cannot rely only on bad spelling, a strange accent, or a strange number. That is why you need a new rule. Do not ask, "Does this caller know me?" Ask, "Did I contact them first?" If you did not start the call, you do not verify anything. You do not confirm your password. You do not read a code. You do not click a link. You do not move money. Information is not identity. A caller can know your address and still be a criminal. A caller can know your bank and still be a criminal. The real test is whether you can verify them through a channel you control, the number on the back of your card, the official bank app, or the official website you type yourself, not the link they send, not the number they give, not the caller ID on your screen. Once the scammer has enough real information, the next step is to run the script. Most fake bank calls follow the same pattern. First, they create fear, then they create urgency, then they ask for verification, then they use that verification to take control. The first move is the fake fraud alert. The caller does not begin with a request. He begins with a warning. "Your account has been compromised. We detected suspicious activity. We blocked 2 attempted charges. There is a pending transfer." This language makes the senior feel like something is already happening right now. The second move is the fake transaction list. The caller may mention Apple, Best Buy, Walmart, Amazon, a wire transfer, or an online order. Then the caller often asks, "Did you authorize this?" When the senior says no, the scammer has exactly what he wants. Now the victim has agreed there is a problem. The third move is fake urgency. The caller says the transfer is still pending. He says they can stop it only if the senior acts quickly. He says not to hang up or call the branch. The message is simple. Stay with me, listen to me, trust me. Do not step outside the emergency I created. The fourth move is fake verification. This is where many seniors lose control of the account. The caller says, "We are sending you a code," or "Please read back the code so we can stop the transfer." That sounds normal because real banks do use verification codes. But a code you request when you are logging in is not the same as a code a stranger asks you to read over the phone. That code may help the scammer log in, reset your password, add a device, or approve a transfer. The senior thinks, "I am confirming my identity." The scammer is thinking, "You just confirmed my access." The fifth move is the fake secure link. The scammer tells the senior not to use the official bank app because the account may still be compromised. He says the link is safer, but the link may lead to a fake login page that looks almost exactly like the bank. When the senior types the username and password, that information goes to the scammer. Now the criminal has the login, the code, the fear, and the victim still believes they are being protected. It does not force the door open. It convinces the victim to unlock it. Once inside, the scammer can change passwords, move money, create transfers, and lock the real customer out. So remember the pattern: fake fraud alert, fake transaction list, fake urgency, fake verification, fake secure link, real theft. Every step sounds like protection while it is actually moving the scammer closer to your money. A real fraud department can wait 5 minutes. A scammer cannot. Now here's the first rule that can stop this scam before it drains your account. Never verify yourself to someone who contacted you first. The person who calls you controls the story, the urgency, the fear, and the number showing on your phone. If you stay on that call, they will try to control your decisions. The safest move is not to argue, prove them wrong, or answer one more question. The safest move is to stop the call. Hang up. Then call the bank yourself. Not the number they give you, not a link they send, and not the number on caller ID. Call the number on the back of your card, use the official bank app, or type the bank's website yourself. The key is simple. You choose the channel, not the caller. When you use a channel you trust, the scammer loses control. That is exactly what happened with Margaret. The scammer had the story, the pressure, and the fake fraud case. But the moment Margaret called the real number on the back of her card, everything changed. The real bank knew nothing about the call. The emergency disappeared because she moved the conversation to a channel she controlled. That is the rule every senior needs before the phone rings. If your bank calls and says your money is at risk, say this: I am going to hang up and call the bank myself. That sentence may feel rude, but a real bank will not be offended. A real fraud department can wait. A real bank can be reached through the number on your card. A scammer needs you inside the panic. That is why they say, do not hang up. That is why they say, the branch cannot help you. Those words are not customer service. Those words are a cage. They keep you away from the one action that exposes the scam, calling the real bank yourself. This rule does not only apply to bank calls. It applies to any unexpected call about money: Social Security, Medicare, the IRS, a credit card company, a payment app, or anyone saying your account is in danger and you must act right now. Do not ask them to prove who they are by reading your address, your email, or your bank name. A scammer may already know those things. The proof is not what they know. The proof is whether you can reach the institution through a channel you control. Incoming call means pause. Urgent money warning means pause. Request for a code means pause. Request for a link means pause. Instruction not to hang up means hang up immediately. If you know a senior who banks online, share this before the call finds them first. And stay with me, because the scam often does not work until the victim gives away the key. The verification code is the part of the scam that opens the door. For many seniors, the code makes the call feel official. Banks send codes, doctor offices send codes, pharmacies send codes. So when a 6-digit number arrives, many people think this must be normal. But the code is not the problem by itself. The problem is who asked for it. If you are logging in to your own bank app and the bank sends you a code because you requested it, that is one thing. But if someone calls you first, creates an emergency, and asks you to read that code out loud, that is completely different. That code may allow them to log in from their device, reset your password, add a new phone number, or approve a transfer. The senior thinks, I am confirming my identity. But the scammer is thinking, you just confirmed my access. Many verification texts say, do not share this code, or we will never ask for this code. But in panic, people miss that warning. The scammer does not want you calm, he wants you rushed, he wants you reading the number. So here's the rule. Never read a verification code to someone who called you. Not to a bank caller, a fraud department caller, a payment app caller, or someone claiming to be from Social Security, Medicare, or the IRS. If you did not start the login, stop. If you did not request the code, stop. They are not verifying you. They are using you as the missing key. The scammer may already have your email, your username, or parts of your personal information, but they still need the code. When you read it to them, you may be handing them the one thing they could not steal from a data breach. A 6-digit number can look small, but in the wrong hands, it can unlock the account. The same warning applies to links. If a caller sends you a link and says, "Use this to secure your account," do not click it. The official app, official website, and number on the back of your card are channels you control. The link they send is the channel they control. No codes on incoming calls, no links from panic messages, no passwords on pages someone sends you, no exceptions because the caller sounds polite, no exceptions because the caller knows your address, no exceptions because the caller says your money is in danger. If the caller is fake, refusing the code may be the exact moment you save your money. The nightmare does not always end when the bank account is empty. Sometimes the second hit comes weeks later, when a letter arrives for credit the senior never opened. That is why the next step matters. It does not stop a fake bank call by itself, but it protects you from another kind of damage after your information is exposed. A credit freeze. The danger is not only that a scammer may drain an account you already have, someone may also use your personal information to open something new in your name. A credit card, personal loan, store account, or line of credit. A credit freeze makes it harder for a criminal to open new credit in your name because lenders generally cannot access your frozen credit file to approve a new account. It is not perfect. It does not protect every bank account. It does not stop every type of fraud, but it helps close one of the doors criminals try to use. There are 3 major credit bureaus: Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. You generally need to freeze your credit at all 3. Freezing one does not automatically freeze the others. A freeze does not hurt your credit score, should not cost money, and can be lifted when you need it. Yes, it takes a little effort. But compare that annoyance to months of fighting a fraudulent loan opened in your name. Make sure the websites are official. Do not click an ad that says it will freeze your credit for a fee. Do not confuse a paid credit lock product with the free credit freeze. A credit freeze does not stop someone from calling you. It does not make your phone safe. It does not replace the rule about hanging up. But it can make it much harder for a criminal to use your stolen information to build a new financial problem in your name. Now move beyond the bank. For seniors, the bank account is not the only target. Your Social Security check is a target too. Your tax identity is a target. Your direct deposit information is a target. If a criminal already has enough personal information to sound like your bank, assume they may also try to get into accounts connected to your benefits. Start with Social Security. If you have not created your personal My Social Security account, do not keep putting it off. Use the official SSA website, a strong password, and extra security when offered. Do not share your login, password, or verification code with anyone who calls you. Your Social Security account is connected to your address, benefit details, direct deposit information, and online access. For many seniors, that monthly benefit pays the bills. Check your account before there is a problem. Make sure the direct deposit information, address, phone number, and email are correct. If anything looks wrong, contact Social Security through an official channel. For seniors who believe their information has already been exposed, Social Security has stronger options too. Social Security can help block electronic access to your record, which can prevent anyone, including you, from seeing or changing your personal information through online or automated phone services. That kind of block can be powerful but inconvenient, so do not treat it casually. Now protect your tax identity. Some scammers try to file a fake tax return in your name. They file before you do and try to claim a refund before the real taxpayer knows anything happened. Then the real return may get rejected. The refund may be delayed, and the victim may be stuck proving they are the real person. That is why the IRS IP PIN matters. It is a 6-digit number connected to your tax return identity. Once you have it, use that IRS IP PIN when filing your federal tax return because the IRS uses it to help verify that the return is really yours. Protect that IRS IP PIN. Do not give it to a caller. Do not send it by text. Do not read it to someone who says they are from the IRS. That number is for your tax filing, not for a phone call or a fake refund message. A senior's financial life is connected. The bank account connects to direct deposit. Direct deposit connects to Social Security. Social Security information connects to identity. Identity connects to taxes. The goal is not just to stop one phone call. The goal is to close the doors around it, freeze your credit, protect your bank code, lock down Social Security, get an IRS IP PIN, and never let an unexpected caller walk you through any of it. There is one more protection step seniors should take before the next call comes. This one is not about a bank website, a credit bureau, or the IRS. It is about family. Scammers are not only pretending to be banks, they also pretend to be children, grandchildren, neighbors, or people claiming to be police officers, hospital staff, or lawyers. The call may sound like this: "Grandma, I am in trouble. I was in an accident. I need money right now. Please do not tell Mom. Please do not call anyone else." That last part is the warning. Do not tell anyone. Stay on the phone. Send money now. Same pressure tactics, different costume. With newer tools, even a voice can be imitated well enough to feel real. So every family needs a verification rule before an emergency happens. A safe word, a private question, or a phrase only the real family would know. Do not use something posted online, a pet's name, a birthday, or an address. If someone calls claiming to be family and asks for money, they must pass the family verification. If they refuse, hang up. If they say there is no time, hang up. If they say, "Please do not tell anyone," hang up and call another family member. A scammer cannot survive verification. Verification is not distrust. Verification is protection. You are refusing to let a criminal use your love against you. The bank scam uses fear of losing money. The family emergency scam uses fear of losing someone you love. Different story, same trap. Urgency, isolation, secrecy, payment, make the family rule now. Tell your adult children, grandchildren, and the person who helps you with bills, "If you ever call me in an emergency and ask for money, I am going to verify first." Bank calls get verified through the bank. Government calls get verified through the agency. Family emergency calls get verified through family. No caller gets to rush you past the rule. So bring this back to Margaret. She did not need another warning after the money was already gone. She needed a rule before the phone rang. She needed to know that caller ID can lie. She needed to know that real information does not prove a real caller. She needed to know that a verification code can be the key that opens the account. And she needed one sentence strong enough to stop the panic. "I am hanging up and calling the bank myself." That is the sentence every senior should practice before the next call comes. When the call is happening, the scammer will make it sound urgent and official. They will tell you to stay on the line, not to call the branch, and to read the code because it is needed to protect you. All of it is designed to push you past the one thing that protects you, verification through a channel you control. Do not trust the caller just because the phone shows your bank's name. Do not trust the caller just because they know your address, your email, or where you bank. Information is not identity. Caller ID is not proof. Urgency is not proof. A calm professional voice is not proof. The proof is what happens when you stop the call and contact the real institution yourself. Before another fake bank call comes in, save the real number for your bank. Use the number on the back of your card, the official bank app, or the official website you type yourself. Never use the link a caller sends you. Never read a verification code to someone who called you. Freeze your credit, check your Social Security account, protect your IRSIP PIN, and create a family safe word. These steps are not paranoia. They are protection. Scammers may already know your name, your address, and enough information to sound familiar. But they still need one thing. They need you to panic. They need you to obey. They need you to give the code, click the link, and move faster than your own judgment. So slow the whole thing down. Hang up, call back, verify, then act. A real bank can wait. A real government agency can be reached again. A real family member can be called back. A real emergency can still be verified, but a scam does not want verification. That is how you know. Margaret's mistake was not that she was careless. Her mistake was that the scammer reached her before the rule did. Do not let that happen to you. Share this rule with anyone who lives on Social Security, uses online banking, or worries about losing money they worked a lifetime to protect. And if you or someone in your family has received a fake bank fraud call, share what happened in the comments. Your story may help another senior recognize the scam before they read the code or click the link. Scammers are waiting for one moment of panic. Do not give them that moment. Hang up. Call the number on the back of your card and make them prove it through a channel you control.